Welcome, learners, students, viewers, and all people who are watching this video right now who are simply curious about hotel operations, hotel management. So, first of all, let me zoom in. I'm here with a presentation on a document used in hotels called Arrivals and Departures Book. So, once we zoom in, you'll be able to read things very clearly. So as you can see, the title here is Arrivals and Departures Book here. A hotel FCI. FCI is Food Craft Institute, so which means it's a long time back. And at that time, our college was situated in Patna. Okay, now slightly zooming out once again to give you an idea about the layout of this document. Students, if you notice, here is arrivals and here is departures. So we can say that here there is kind of a demarcation. This portion contains all the records of arrivals, and this portion contains all the records of departures. If you notice here, this is made for each date. So let us say the date today is, let me use typing. The date today is, let us say, 31/03, and of course we'll use this 19 here, and we'll say 1991. So this particular page of the register, Arrivals and Departures book, is being prepared for one day. So I hope that part is clear. That is made on a daily basis. And now look at the columns. The first column, of course, I will not bother you with this logo stuff. You know that all hotel documents contain a logo. So this too contains a logo. FCI. So using a pen for easy demonstration. Room number is, this is like the room which is assigned to the new arrival. Rate is of course the room rate, the tariff for that particular room which has been assigned. Terms and conditions includes issues like taxation and service charge, package amount, discounts, all these things would be part of terms. Meal plans would also be included under terms. Number of persons, I think is very obvious what it is. How many people are going to stay in this room? Name, this is of course the person who has made the reservation, who is the leader and who is supposed to pay the bill. But these days I think we write the names of everyone who is occupying a particular room. And then time of checking in. You see, we have tried to minimize the column width here so that all this could easily fit into one page, and that leads to some complications. However, the next column is duration of stay. So arrival date and duration of stay. So let us say arrival date was 31st of March and duration of stay is 3rd. So which means this guest would be checking out on 3rd of April. So that is what duration of stay is. We simply write 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. And in certain hotels where they have a different billing system, you could also refer to as nights. Remarks here could actually be anything, but I would like to believe that this is the status of about the guest. Status such as a VIP guest, a complimentary guest, somebody who's coming with a group, or is the guest an FIT or GIT. So these kind of status would be recorded under remarks. This signature here, I'm sure this should be guest signature, But this could also be the signature of the employee taking the registration. And space permitting, we could actually have another column for the signature of guest as well. So I will leave this confusion here. I will not actually confirm whether this is, I think this should be a guest signature. Uh, but if there is a separate registration card, then this should be the employee's signature. Now I'll delete this illustration and I'll move on to the departure part of this register. It has some variations, as you would notice. Most of the things are same. Room number, as you saw, was same. Rate is of course like arrivals portion. Terms is same. Number of persons is also same. Name of the guest is also same. Time of checking in has now become time of checking out. And date of departure, date of arrival is also mentioned here. And since this date here is known to us, this date here, so from this date to this date of arrival will give us the duration of guest stay. This will also help us in correct billing amount. Remarks, I believe, would be things like whether the guest has paid completely or the guest has partially settled, or is the bill going to be forwarded to the company, or is the bill going to be settled by a travel agent or a tour operator. So these remarks should be entered here. And finally, the signature. Once again, the confusion whether this signature is of the employee or the guest. I think this should be the employee's signature because the person who is handling this process, it is his signature, so that we can confirm later on if there is any problem with any of the arrivals and departure process procedures. If there is any dispute, then the persons who have signed, the employees who have signed, they will be held accountable. So this is a brief description about Arrivals and Departures book, a very old document. I'm glad I could make this video and I could preserve this document for everyone. At the bottom there is nothing, so which means we have come to the end of the presentation. Any questions, feel free to ask through the comments of this video. Have a great day, have a lovely day.